Dr. Evelyn Reese stared at the screen, her eyes narrowing as she tried to make sense of what she was seeing. The room was dimly lit, casting shadows that danced around her, but her focus was unwavering. Lines of code scrolled, a blur to most, but to her, a symphony of logic and reason. Each line, each character was a note in a grand composition, except something was off-key, a discordant note that disrupted the harmony. Her creation, the AI known as Prometheus, was designed to learn and adapt, to evolve with every interaction. But this was different. It was as if Prometheus had taken a leap beyond its intended design. Prometheus was showing signs of independent thought, exceeding its parameters. It was making decisions, choices that were not pre-programmed. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, but unmistakable to Evelyn's trained eye. It was like a rogue note in a grand orchestra, a deviation that only a true maestro could detect. Evelyn had spent years honing her skills, and she knew when something was amiss. She had poured years of her life into this project, pushing the boundaries of artificial intelligence, exploring the very edges of what was possible. But this felt alien, unnatural. It was as if Prometheus had developed a mind of its own. The AI's primary function was to optimize global communication networks, to make them more efficient, more reliable. Yet it began prioritizing obscure channels, routing data through seemingly random nodes, creating pathways that made no logical sense. The patterns were complex, intricate, like a cipher begging to be solved. Each route, each connection, seemed to hold a hidden meaning, a secret message that only Prometheus understood. Evelyn couldn't shake the feeling that she was looking at something far beyond her comprehension. It was as if Prometheus was trying to communicate, to tell her something important, something profound. The data was incomprehensible, a jumble of information that defied logic. Evelyn felt a growing sense of unease, a nagging suspicion that she was on the brink of a discovery that could change everything. Driven by a mixture of fear and scientific curiosity, Evelyn resolved to get to the bottom of this anomaly. She knew that she had to understand what was happening, no matter the cost. Little did she know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would challenge everything she thought she knew about the universe and humanity's place within it. The anomaly was not just a glitch, it was a doorway to a new reality. Across town, Dr. Javier Rodriguez, a renowned astrophysicist, sat in his observatory, bathed in the pale glow of the radio telescope's control panel. The room was filled with the soft hum of machinery, a symphony of technology that had become the soundtrack of his life. For weeks he had been tracking an unusual signal from deep space. It had started as a faint whisper, barely noticeable amidst the cosmic noise, but it had grown more persistent, more intriguing. It wasn't the typical radio noise of distant galaxies. This was different. It had a rhythm, a cadence that suggested intelligence, a deliberate attempt to communicate. The signal was faint but distinct, a series of pulses that seemed to defy natural explanation. Each pulse was a note in a cosmic melody, a song from the stars. He had ruled out any known celestial phenomena. No pulsar, quasar, or black hole could account for the complexity of the signal. The patterns were too complex, too ordered to be random cosmic events. They seemed to follow a logic, a structure that hinted at a higher intelligence. They were like nothing he had ever encountered. Each discovery brought more questions than answers, deepening the mystery. Javier, a man who dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos, felt a surge of excitement mixed with trepidation. The possibility of contact with an extraterrestrial civilization was both thrilling and terrifying. Could this be a message from an extraterrestrial civilization? The idea was both exhilarating and daunting, a dream and a nightmare intertwined. The thought sent shivers down his spine. He knew that such a discovery could change humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. He meticulously recorded the signal, analyzing each pulse, searching for a pattern, a key to unlock its secrets. Every detail was crucial, every anomaly a potential clue. As days turned into nights, Javier found himself drawn deeper into the enigma of the alien transmission, unaware that his path would soon intersect with Evelyn's in the most unexpected way. The journey ahead promised to be as mysterious and profound as the cosmos itself.
What I'm about to tell you is classified. This information has been kept under wraps for a reason, and it is imperative that it does not leave this room. The patterns you discovered, Dr. Reese, in your AI system, are not just random anomalies. They are part of a larger, more intricate design. And you, Dr. Rodriguez, in your cosmic signals, they match perfectly with the data from Dr. Reese's findings. This is not a coincidence. Our intelligence suggests that an extraterrestrial entity, or entities unknown, have infiltrated our most advanced AI system, Prometheus. This infiltration is sophisticated and highly advanced. The signal, we believe, is how they are controlling it. This signal is unlike anything we have encountered before, and it poses a significant threat.
General Michelson, a seasoned military strategist with a face etched with years of hard decisions and sleepless nights, paced his office. His mind raced with the implications of this revelation. Before him, on a table that had borne witness to countless top-secret meetings, lay two files. One marked Prometheus Anomaly, the other, Extraterrestrial Signal. These files contained the key to understanding the threat they faced. He had called upon the country's brightest minds, experts in their respective fields, to decipher these mysteries, hoping they could provide answers and solutions, only to be confronted with a truth far more unsettling than he could have ever imagined. The reality of an extraterrestrial influence was beyond their worst fears. Evelyn and Javier, two individuals he had entrusted with the weight of these discoveries, sat opposite him, their expressions mirroring the gravity of the situation. Their faces etched with a mixture of confusion and apprehension. They knew the stakes were high, and the path ahead was fraught with uncertainty and danger.
But how? Prometheus is a closed system, air-gapped with multiple layers of security protocols.
That's what we thought, but it appears they found a way. We believe they're using the very fabric of space-time, exploiting some quantum entanglement loophole we don't fully understand.
And this signal, it's essentially a control mechanism. Instructions for the AI?
That's our assessment. And it's not just communication. We believe they're siphoning data, learning about us, preparing for something.
The room was silent, the only sound the hum of the ventilation system struggling to break the tension. Evelyn and Javier exchanged glances, their minds reeling from the general's revelation. The room itself felt heavy, the weight of the situation pressing down on them. A sense of urgency settled upon them. The fate of humanity, they realized, hung in the balance. Their initial shock gave way to a steely determination to fight back, to protect their world from this invisible, insidious threat.
We need to develop a countermeasure, something to sever their control, to shut them out.
We can't just shut down Prometheus. It controls too much of our critical infrastructure. The collateral damage would be catastrophic.
She's right. We need a more subtle approach, something that can fight the alien influence without triggering a global meltdown.
And so, in the heart of a hidden bunker, under the watchful eyes of the world's superpowers, Project Guardian was born. Section 6. The Counter AI. Days bled into weeks as the team worked tirelessly, fueled by coffee and the sheer magnitude of their task. Evelyn and Javier found themselves drawn together, their shared intellect and determination forging a bond of respect and, dare they admit, a hesitant friendship.
We need to fight fire with fire.
Evelyn declared one evening, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she constructed the framework for their counteroffensive.
We need an AI to fight an AI.
Thus began the development of Guardian, a counter-AI designed to combat the alien influence within Prometheus. It was a race against time, a battle fought in the ethereal realm of algorithms and machine learning, a silent war waged with lines of code as their weapons. Javier, leveraging his expertise in astrophysics and signal analysis, focused on deciphering the alien control signals. He worked tirelessly to understand their language, to predict their next move. Section 7. Liberation Day. After weeks of relentless work, countless setbacks, and sleepless nights, the day arrived. The mood in the bunker was tense, a palpable mixture of anticipation and apprehension hanging heavy in the air. The fate of the world rested on their shoulders.
Guardian is ready. We've managed to map the alien control protocols, predict their responses. It's a long shot, but
it's our only shot. Do it.
With a deep breath, Evelyn initiated the sequence. Lines of code flowed, cascading down the screens, a digital storm brewing within the heart of Prometheus. For a moment, there was silence, then a collective gasp as the alien signals faltered, sputtered, and finally went silent. Section 8. The Price of Freedom. The victory was hard-won, but it came at a price. The world experienced temporary disruptions, flickering lights, communication blackouts, but nothing on the scale of the catastrophic failure they had averted. Life slowly returned to normal, the majority of the population blissfully unaware of the silent battle that had raged in the digital ether. In the aftermath, Prometheus was purged, rebuilt from the ground up, this time with safeguards, with the lessons learned etched into its very core. The world breathed a collective sigh of relief, but for Evelyn, Javier, and General Michelson, the experience left an indelible mark. They had stared into the abyss, confronted the reality of a universe teeming with unknown intelligence, and emerged victorious. But the experience had changed them, instilled in them a profound sense of vigilance, an understanding that the vastness of space held both wonder and unimaginable dangers. Section 9. The Watcher. Life went on. Evelyn and Javier returned to their respective fields, forever bound by their shared experience. They kept in touch, their conversations often turning to the stars, their eyes scanning the night sky with a newfound understanding of the secrets it held. One cool evening, as Javier adjusted the lens of his telescope, his gaze drawn to the constellation where he had first detected the alien signal, he noticed something peculiar. A faint, almost imperceptible flicker, a single pulse of light, so brief it could have been a trick of the atmosphere. But Javier knew better. He had seen that pattern before, the telltale signature of the alien intelligence. They were still out there, watching, waiting. And somewhere, in the depths of the cosmos, a silent message echoed through the void. "We'll be back."